On the very first day, this girl married into a wealthy family. Her new husband threw her into an abyss without hesitation. Luckily, some dead branches caught her fall and saved her life. When she came to, she desperately called out for help toward the opening above, but got no response. Julie decided to climb her way up, but the rock walls were too slippery, with nothing to grip onto, so she started looking for another way out. Soon, she stumbled upon a cave glowing with blue light. But there was a chasm in between, so she gathered her courage and leapt toward the other side. Because of her injured leg, she nearly fell off the edge, but the chain on her dress got caught in a crack, which helped her steady herself. She pulled out a dagger from her clothes, and inch by inch finally made it onto the ledge. The blue glow turned out to be coming from insects and their secretions. She tore off a piece of her dress, wrapped some glowworms inside, and made herself a makeshift lantern. There was also a pool of water in the cave, but the water was way too filthy, so she had to drink from the melting ice dripping above. Suddenly, the icicles overhead started melting rapidly. Then a red glow cut through the darkness. A monster came crashing down into the cave along with the flames. Julie quickly hid inside a small crevice and barely escaped being hunted down. Then she noticed some markings carved into the wall, surrounded by clothes of the dead. It suddenly hit her. These were all girls just like her, tricked by that rich air, and fed to the monster. In this temporarily safe spot, she leaned against the rock and fell asleep. Soon she woke up startled, and found a bunch of glow worms clinging to her left foot. To her amazement, her wound had miraculously healed. To test this discovery, she grabbed a glowworm and placed it on her arm, and sure enough, the wound started healing rapidly. Now fully recovered, Julie felt a surge of confidence. According to a map left behind in the cave, Julie learned that if she kept going this way, she would reach another exit. After carving her name into the wall, she took the glowworms with her, and slowly made her way into a new tunnel. Soon she found a spot where sunlight was streaming in. She picked up a crown from the ground, tore off her long gown, wrapped it around her limbs, and began climbing up. Suddenly, a dark figure appeared at the bottom of the pit. Julie panicked, and in her nervousness she slipped and fell. The monster below opened its massive jaws. In that critical moment, Julie hooked the crown onto a rock and narrowly saved herself. She scrambled all the way to the top, but when she finally reached the exit, she realized it was on the edge of a cliff. Just as she was about to lose all hope, the sound of hooves echoed in the distance. She quickly waved her arms, trying to get their attention, but out of nowhere, the monster came flying straight at her. She backed into a corner in terror, only to find a skeleton lying beside her. The woman who drew the map never made it out after all. The monster opened its mouth ready to breathe fire. Julie closed her eyes and waited for death. Just then a shout interrupted the monster's attack. The creature immediately flew off to investigate.